Hello, everybody, and welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show for today. All right, with us is Jovan Burts, Ninos. James Clark will sign in a little later. Of course, Chris will co-host, and it's Brian Bitler here. It's bookends the show. Brian Bitler. All right, here's how they're going to line up here for this evening. We got Ninos, Burts, Bitler, Ruffolo, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, here we go. The lone remaining first series here of these NBA playoffs, Memphis and Minnesota, go to Game 6.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we would have a couple more to talk about, but fortunately it didn't shake out that way last night. And, well, my Raptors were bounced, and so were the Utah Jazz. But still, Tony, like you said, fantastic Game 6 tonight, and it's one I can't wait to watch.
Can't wait to watch. Should be really good. Also, a lot of baseball up there. NHL winding down. Some teams playing Game 82 here of this series, of the season, as we look forward to the Stanley Cup playoffs next week. So let's just go ahead and let's get the show started right now. Let's go ahead and welcome in El Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dawgz, where he does fine work. Let's go. We can get El in right now. No Skype today for El. We got him here. El, what's happening?
Going good. How are you?
Going great. All right, here we go. 8:40 Eastern Time. Rockies are back home to host the Reds. The Rockies $1.15, total 10.5.
Yeah, Rockies coming off a tough road trip in Philly, but they've been playing well before that, and back home where they usually play their best baseball, as most teams do at home, obviously. But interesting pitching matchup here. You got Green. He can throw the ball pretty fast, but he gets hit pretty hard too. And I think at Coors Field he might get himself into some trouble here. And given the way the Reds have been playing here, this is probably more of a fate of the Reds. But again, as I said, I think the Rockies were playing pretty well before that series against the Phillies. And I think they bounced right back at home against the Reds team that's just... Well, they've been a little competitive in the last couple of games, but they just can't seem to get the job done. So until they do, I think at this price, we got to keep going against them.
All right, El Nino says keep going against these Reds. Been dreadful start to the season, -115. Line come down from $1.25 in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, we've seen some people on the Reds in this one. Green giving up 2 home runs per 9 innings, but you can't hide. But you got to look at Zenzatella, a guy that's been steady here for several years with the Rockies. Has been off to a poor start to this season. Strikeouts are down to 8%, and you don't want that, in Coors Field. His ground balls are down. His line drive rate is almost 38%. Man, what's going on here?
Yeah, it could seem like a nice opponent for maybe the Reds to bounce back against, but I'm with Al. Until you see the Reds come and show signs of life, I got to go against them, because realistically we're getting a price for the Rockies team that normally starts the season well. And Zenzatella, I believe he's one of the pitchers that actually pitches really pretty well, for his career at Coors Field. So I think just Green not used to playing at Coors, I think that's going to bite him in the butt tonight.
All right, Rockies -115 here against Cincinnati Reds. This one will have a start time of 8:40 Eastern Time over on MLB Extra News channel. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz, where you're just doing great work in the NHL. 2,981 units of profit, all documented. Al showing profit for this year, last 30 days, last 7 days, come off a winning day yesterday over at Pick Dawgz. Also showing profit in MLB and NBA. So all showing profit, all sports here. Al, we got a nice card today. That one NBA game, but a lot of hockey, a lot of baseball. What do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, still taking it easy on the NHL till the playoffs start. And do have a 3-pack in the MLB. I have a 3-pack with my best bet in the NBA and 2 MLB. And then I have an extra baseball bet for everyone on the long-term passes. So grab one of those or get the 2-for-1 capture specials. That's
right, guys. Get the 2-for-1 capture special. Your great promo right now over at Pick Dawgz. Of course, get on board with Al. You see the numbers there in NHL showing profit as well, NBA, MLB. Tonight, he mixes up a 3-pack here with his best bets from the NBA and MLB together in a 3-pack. Also a 3-run home run 3-pack from baseball. A lot of individual plays up there from Al. NBA as well, but best bet to do is go with a long-term pass. I know this is the weekend here as we head the weekend, a good time to get that 3-day all sports pass. All of El Ninos' plays for 3 days include all his baseball, his NBA, as well as his NHL for 3 days over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. even greater value in that 3-day all sports pass. You can access Al's page by clicking the link in the description below, and then you'll find his page over at Pick Dawgz. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week. But I know you also contribute to Puckin' Crazy and with those weekend shows.
That's right. Should be on tomorrow and Sunday as well, 10 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune into that, and then I'll try to make the Puckin' Crazy show as well. I believe it's at 1:10 Eastern on the weekends, 3:30 Eastern on the weekdays.
All right, so be sure to tune in there to the Puckin' Crazy, and of course tomorrow morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time, with Ninos there joining Joe Madden and Mitch and the rest of the Cappers. All right, Al, have a great evening, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thanks, Tony. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, it's El Ninos here on the drive. Let's continue on with the coverage here, joined by Chris. Guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it'll all get started with that morning show tomorrow. Well, Saturday will be 10 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, you have Mitch, you have Joe Madden. You'll have all the Cappers from many of the Cappers from the drive-thru that will get there, giving out live free picks. And we're seeing now a roundtable type format there on the show, so it's really good. And of course, remember to check out Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. And of course, we're here with the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so be sure to like and subscribe. And of course, Chris, we always ask for those thumbs up because it really helps us out.
They do, Tony, because I always say it, without the support of the Pick Dawgz family, you guys, the ones that watch our videos, our live shows, and leave those thumbs up, not only let us know that you like what we're doing, but it helps us grow the channel. So keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in, because we appreciate each and every one of them. And to show you guys how much we appreciate it, we'll do a like goal today. Smaller lineup, 6 Cappers, but still doesn't mean we can't hit our goal of 150. We'll get you a Nerfy play for tonight's MLB action, as well as a couple of player props from the NBA tonight. Plays that are going to get you paid, and it won't cost you a cent to hit that like button. So get those likes coming in. We're at 14 right now.
14 likes. Keep those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to welcome in Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dawgz. He's doing great work here over at the site. Jovan, what's happening?
Not much here. Just waiting for another good weekend of sports.
That's absolutely no doubt about that. All right, here we go to the Diamond here at 8 Eastern time as the Rangers host the Braves. The Braves favorites $1.30, total 8.5.
Yeah, and I'm on the over in this one. Now, you have these two teams going, and these two teams have one thing in common, and they both give up a lot of runs. Now, we have Ian Anderson going in this one, and he hasn't started off particularly well. His first start was brutal. He did have a start, I believe, sandwiched in that, was pretty decent, but yet and still, he has a 5.40 ERA with a 1.50 WHIP, and he's going against the Texas Rangers ball club, who quite frankly, they could put up some runs. In Globe Life Field, you tend to have these high scoring games. It's kind of like the old Arlington Stadium. Even though this is the indoor field right now. On the other side, we have Garrett Richards. We all know Garrett Richards. I know Garrett Richards pretty well from playing with the Red Sox last year. And, throughout his career, he's just been a bum. He, been coming out the bullpen, I believe, for the majority of the season. He did have one start back, a 2-inning performance, didn't give up any runs, but you're not going to, expect a long outing from him, no matter how you slice it, whether you get a couple runs, from him or not. But you get to their bullpen should give it up. I expect Garrett Richards to give up something. With all that said, I think this gets past the 8.5, gets to at least a 4-4 game, then gets to a 4-4 tie, so the easy over. So whether one team scores, the majority of the runs, or both these teams slug it out, who knows? But I think that by the end of 9 innings, you'll have a total run output of over 8.5.
All right, Jovan says go ahead with the Rangers over 8.5. All right, Chris, Jovan made note here to the opener with Garrett Richards, but the primary pitch has been Spencer Howard, and he's just been absolutely pounded with giving up 5 homers already in 5 innings.
Yeah, Spencer Howard, not my ideal top rotation piece to have here, the Texas Rangers. And it feels weird to say over and Texas Rangers in the same sentence, but that's what Spencer Howard will do to you. And not only that, but he has a history with the Atlanta Braves from his time in Philadelphia. On the flip side, Atlanta, they haven't been getting off the ground running yet, but I think Jovan's onto something here. I think this one's a double-digit total. I think the Braves could route this one, but either way, I like the over 8.5.
Okay, Braves and Rangers over a total of 8.5. But this one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You've been doing great work here. Look at the numbers here. 1,287 units of profit here for 2022, showing profit last 7 days. Coming off a really nice day yesterday. Of course, Jovan showing great profit in NBA. 1,159 units of profit. We do have that single from the NBA tonight, that big Game 6 between Memphis and Minnesota. 15-game card from MLB. What do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday 3-pack. I got 2 MLB games, or 2 MLB plays with Game 6 of, the first round of the Grizzlies and Minnesota Timberwolves play. Got a good play in that one. So, yesterday did what I had to do, swept the board. Been running hard in the NBA, 18-6 run in the NBA. So, can't wait for Sunday. Absolutely. There's going to be no games tomorrow. We all know that. But, also catch me on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly, or match me with one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 Capital Promotional. It's all there, Sports Chat Place and Pick Dawgz. Let's get it.
Let's get it with Jovan Burts, who's been on fire here for 2022. 1,287 units of profit, doing great work in the NBA this season. Past 7 days coming off showing profit yesterday again. His Take Flight 3-pack is up there. His best bets here in a 3-pack from 2 MLB and 1 NBA. Combining that 3-pack, affordable pricing, $39.99. Of course, if you prefer, you can go with the long-term passes. You want to try Jovan for 3 days, you can do that. Or he also has a 7-day All Sports Pass, which is affordable here. Amounts to just $20 a day when you get that 1-week pass from Jovan. All of his premium plays for 7 days includes all his NBA, all his MLB here. For that period of time, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having the show. Continue that success. We'll talk to you a little later here on the recap. But I know you also contribute a lot to the Pick Dawgz channel with the weekend shows, and as well as your videos that you've been producing up there.
Yeah, 2 per day for the videos, and for the weekend shows. They're both Saturday and Sunday, so check me out 10 a.m. Eastern.
10 a.m. Eastern time. Check out Jovan Burts on that format here Saturday and Sunday with Mitch and Joe Madden. There are a lot of free picks, a lot of discussions there on the round table. Check it out. 10 a.m. Eastern time Saturday and Sundays, and of course you can look for Jovan's videos there. All right, Jovan, take it easy. We'll talk with you in a little bit with the recap.
All right, see you then.
You got it. Jovan Burts here on the drive. Let's continue on with Chris. Now, where do we say, Chris, with our like goal?
Well, Tony, we're at 27 likes right now, 65 people watching, so people still filing in to watch the drive-through tonight. But still, you guys can get those likes in. Doesn't cost you a cent. Helps us out a ton. It'll also leave us less work to do later on in the show, where we can try to get you guys those props and the Nerfy play for tonight's MLB action. Tons of money to be made on the board. We need 150 likes to get that money in your guys' pocket.
All right, throwing some comment. I got a 6th computer now here on my set, so that was enough. The 6th one was a charm, Chris, so I can actually start getting the comments up there. It was too crazy the other way. So now we can start putting some comments up here. Too much data, man. Too much data in front of me. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's go ahead and bring in Brian Bill. You'll find him over at Pick Dawgz. Also contributes to the morning shows as well as with his videos up there. I like his latest one that he put up there. God, the name escapes me right now, but I was checking. I just remember seeing a car right there, which I thought was pretty cool. Let me go ahead and bring him in. He'll refresh my memory right now when I bring him in right now. Let me get Brian in. Brian, what's happening?
The Fast Five.
The Fast Five. Yeah, that was awesome. I love that. I love the fast. Yeah, the Fast Five. Tell you what, Brian, why don't you sign out and sign in, because your audio is real choppy right now. He's coming in real choppy. So sign out, sign in. We'll go to Chris, and then we'll go back to you. All right. So let's continue on here with the drive-through. We'll get another look at Brian's fingers. We get that shot a lot. So let's go ahead and continue on here. We'll get that off the screen. All right, time for Chris front and center now here with his pick. We're going to go at 7 Eastern time as the Orioles host the Red Sox. Orioles $1.25, total 8.5.
Yeah, and Tony, the Red Sox being favored on the road here does make sense. The Baltimore Orioles for the better part of the season have been absolutely terrible. They're coming off of getting pounded by the New York Yankees in a 3-game sweep. And, hopefully the Baltimore Orioles could rebound here. And I think there is a chance they could. Rich Hill, 42 years old, and kudos to him for playing as long as he has, but he's really a 5-inning guy at best, and that's not And that's 5 innings when the blisters don't get to him, because I don't know, that's been Rich Hill's problem for the last couple of seasons. But not only that, Hill tends to throw his curveball a lot, and I believe he throws that pitch almost 50% of the time, mixed in with a fastball. I think he's going to be leaving a lot of meatballs over the plate for the better Orioles hitters to hit, like, Ryan Mountcastle, Trey Mancini, Jorge Mateo, Anthony Santander can all mash, and I think that they could mash off of Rich Hill tonight. Now, you may look at Baltimore starting pitcher tonight, and Kyle Bradish may not be a household name, but he is a very sought after prospect in this Baltimore Orioles rotation, a top 15 prospect, and I mean, how couldn't he be? You look at his minor league numbers this year, making his debut here, but coming up off of a 1.20 ERA, a .74 WHIP, and he's just pitching pretty well right now. He only allowed 2 earned runs in 15 innings in AAA this season for Norfolk. And, I think there's also something to be said for a level of anonymity. Boston doesn't really have a book on Bradish. Yeah, he's going to be making his debut here, but I think Bradish is a confident kid. I think he's going to show up and thrive in the opportunity to take care of the Boston Red Sox, who really haven't gotten off the ground so far this season. So it's not often I'm going to do this, but I'm going to take the Baltimore Orioles in the plus money here.
All right, Chris is going to take Baltimore Orioles here, plus 105 here against the Red Sox. Yeah, looking at this one here with the Red Sox, it's been a struggle for them. What they've lost, 8 of 10. They had a struggle there against Toronto, getting runs, scoring just they give up 1 to Toronto and you still lose the game. That's got to be tough here on this Red Sox team.
I think it's just tough in general. But like I said, this Boston Red Sox team, for as much as we give them credit for picking up Trevor Story in the offseason, and still having solid pieces like Enrique Hernandez, Rafael Devers, it's not coming together just yet. And Baltimore, well, we knew the Baltimore Orioles were going to be in a bit of a rebuild when everybody was calling out their owner for not wanting to spend a lot of money. But we always say the worst teams in baseball are still going to find a way to win 60 games, and I think this is just another one of those cases for the Baltimore Orioles where they are, the worst team here. But again, Rich Hill is not a pitcher I look to back very often, and this price just looks fishy for the Boston Red Sox. So I got to go with Baltimore in plus money here.
All right, we got Chris here on Baltimore plus 105 against the Red Sox. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern time. Watch it over on MLB Extra News channel. All right, Chris, let's go over at Pick Dawgz here for action on Sunday. Of course, Friday, I should say here. We got ready to get to the weekend here. We've got the 15-game card from MLB, the big NBA game, of course, some hockey. What do you have going on at the site?
Well, tonight I got a couple things. I got my MLB triple play, 3 MLB plays on the board that I love. That's $39.95. Or my lone NBA play on the board, my NBA black card for the Grizzlies and Timberwolves game tonight. Got that for $29.99. Or, we always talk about the long term for a few bucks more. You can get a 3-day pass that'll get you MLB action into the weekend, and some NHL is on. There's a lone game on Sunday, and NBA playoff action gets you into the NHL playoffs, into the first round, the month well into the NHL playoffs, as well as NBA playoff action still and MLB action. The year gets you full seasons of all the major sports, around $110 a month. So definitely a great long-term investment if that's the way you're trying to go about it. And we always talk about the 2-for-1 capper deal. You pair me up with anyone that you see on the show tonight: James, Jovan, Bitler, Tony, Little Al. Anyone that you see on the leaderboards as well. We're gonna make you some money, as well as those season passes. MLB season pass still up there, and my NBA playoff pass, and you're running out of time to take advantage of them. So definitely go over to Pick Dawgz Premium, check them all out.
That's right, guys. Got to go with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dawgz. A premium for tonight. MLB Triple Play is 3 best bets from Major League Baseball in a 3-pack, affordably priced there for $39.95. Also, he's got the Grizzlies T-Wolves black card play up there, standalone. But if you prefer the long-term pass, as Chris was alluding to, it's a weekend here. You want to get a Friday, Saturday, Sunday pass. It's a 3-day all-sports pass from Chris. Get all of his plays for 3 days. All his premium plays. MS is just $33 a day. Very affordable pricing there on a 3-pack. We have a lot of action here coming up this weekend here with Major League Baseball. remainder of hockey here to close out the regular season. Get that big Sunday NBA game, and then of course on Monday you can reassess everything. You want to go even longer term, you can do that as well. But with the Chris long-term pass for 3 days, or again, he's got individual season passes up there from MLB as well as the NBA remainder of the NBA postseason playoff pass as well. So get that 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass with Chris. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Now, where do we sit, Chris, with our like goal?
I'll tell you, we've made a dent in the like goal. Still 43 likes, 80 people watching. So again, we're still getting people filing in, but the sooner you guys get those likes, and it helps us out, and we can have less work to do later on in the show. If we can get to 150 likes by the end of the recap, I said I have a nerfy play for tonight's MLB action. No runs in the first inning. A nice quick way to make some money, as well as some NBA player props. So we need your guys' help to get there. It won't cost you a cent, but we need 150 likes. We're currently at 48.
All right, 100. Let's get those likes. Let's keep them going. Let's continue on here on the drive. Let's reconnect with Brian. Brian, what's happening?
Well, hopefully the audio is working better now. How's it going, guys?
It's going great, going great. All right, here we go. Brian with the Fast Five. You can check the video out over at Pick Dawgz. Really good, really cool looking video. All right, here we go. 10:30 Eastern time. We go to the ice here. These barking dogs here, these Coyotes are at home here against Predators. Predators 240, total 6.5.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not late to the party here, but Nashville opened up here at minus 345 favorite, I believe. I think that number's down to around 245. Still a huge dog for us to take a flyer on for Friday night are the Coyotes. Not much to play for the Predators. They could fall a spot here if the Stars win tonight, but we have seen this Coyotes team. They haven't thrown in the towel just yet, and they have won their last 2 games, both as huge monster dogs. Connor Ingram in the net for the Predators. I think the Coyotes can get to them a little bit tonight. Last home game of the season for these Phoenix Coyotes. I think they end the year on a 3-game winning streak. The Preds are just 2-8 last 10 meetings in Arizona, and the home team has won 43 of the 61 meetings. I'm going to take the Arizona Coyotes on the money line.
All right, we got Brian here on the Coyotes money line plus 200 against Nashville. All right, Chris. Yep, these Coyotes, we talked about it yesterday. They got down, but they were able to get off the ground, and this one, incredible.
Just when you think the Coyotes were roadkill, and all of a sudden they step up and make you plus 900 units or 900 like $900 in your last 2 games. So I don't know how you can't take a shot with the Coyotes tonight. This is if this is the day that you'd want to take a shot on moneyline dogs, it's probably this one, because there's teams with very little to play for. Like Brian said, we made enough money with the Arizona Coyotes in the last 2 days that you can afford to take a shot with them against the Predators tonight. So with Connor Ingram in net as the backup, I got to go with the Coyotes.
We talked about that yesterday, right?
Yeah, and I think, you know what? I think you mentioned that the Montreal game as well you threw out, and I think that one came in as well. I could be wrong, but it was either that game or the day before.
Yeah, maybe the night before, but yeah, the Arizona Coyote game there. Yeah, with especially because Dallas, because all that celebrating they were doing against Vegas, that was definitely a letdown spot there. But anyway, Brian here at Coyotes plus 200 against Nashville. This one will have a start time of 10:30 Eastern time over on ESPN Plus. All right, Brian, let's go over at Pick Dawgz Premium here for action here on Friday. So I'm profit here the past 30 days. Of course, we got a lot on the board tonight. 15 here from Major League Baseball, that big playoff game tonight, as well as some hockey. What do you have going on over at the site?
I got my bounce back 3-pack off a rough night yesterday. I'm ready to bounce back with my 3 biggest plays. You can get them for $50 at PickDawgz.com premium picks. It includes my NHL game of the month tonight. Absolutely love this play in the NHL. Still a chance to make some big money in hockey. And I got NBA President's Choice and my MLB patent money shot for $30. So make sure you guys get on over at PickDawgz.com premium picks. Definitely, or team me up with one of the All-Star Handicappers. Just take a look at the leaderboard. I know Ninos is number 1 last 7 days, last 30 days. Just check the leaderboard out and team me up with somebody.
Yeah, get on board here with Brian Perro over at Pick Dawgz. He took L under his wing over the past year. His Prudence boosting great results. He was calling you coach.
Oh no, my boys. I love Al Ninos, but Romanelli's my guy. Who doesn't love Ron Romanelli? That MLB rundown. That's my favorite show in the morning.
There you go, guys. Get on board with Brian Perro over at Pick Dawgz. 302 units of profit last 30 days documented. Of course, tonight plays up there NBA President's Choice. His top play from the NBA, of course, as well as NHL up there. And, of course, he does put things together here on a bounce-back sweep. A 3-pack here takes his MLB top-tier best bet up there on the board from Brian Bitler over at Pick Dawgz. Of course, the long-term passes are your best value there. You can get on board with Brian for 3, 7, and 30 days. That 30-day all sports pass, you get all of Brian's plays for 30 days. All his NBA. That'll take you near the end of the conference finals here, when deep into it, probably into Game 6, close to Game 7 there, as the NBA finals begin on June 2nd. So you're getting really close here to the next 2 series here in full. Of course, also his baseball and his hockey. The Stanley Cup playoffs begin next week on Tuesday. So good time to get on board with that 30-day all sports pass. Get in coverage. Get in postseason coverage with Brian here with his premium plays in NBA and NHL. Of course, 30 days of baseball and that 1 month all sports pass. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week, but I know you do a lot over at Pick Dawgz. We see you on the morning shows as well as with your videos.
Yeah, make sure you check out the Fast Five. Make sure you check out my Money in the Bank. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to be hanging out with Jovan, Al, Ninos, Mitch, and Joe. And whoever decides to show up, should be a good, fun morning. So make sure you guys check us out at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Eastern time. Tune in there to that morning show. All right, Brian, have a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
Have a good weekend, guys. Catch you on Monday.
Catch you Monday. Brian Bitler here on the Drive to. Let's continue on here with Chris. Now, where do we sit, Chris, with our like goal?
I'm 259 likes right now, 92 people watching. So if there's anybody in here that hasn't hit the like button, do it. If you don't mind, do it. It'll help you make some money tonight if we can get to 150 likes. Doesn't cost you a cent. It helps us out a ton as well. So keep those likes coming in, but we need 150 to get to our like goal, where you'll get a nerfy play as well as a couple NBA player props. We're at 60 likes right now.
We're at 60 likes, guys. So keep those likes coming in. We greatly appreciate that, and then we'll get you those plays from you from Chris. Also, I also wanted to make note here. Tony Brown, we do have Tony Brown's pick in case he did say he would give a pick. We did make our like goal yesterday. So we will have for you Tony Brown's pick here during the recap. So stay tuned for that. Also, James Clark. I don't know. We don't have James Clark today. He's not available today. So I just got a note from James. So we'll get you James Clark pick here at the end of the show during the recap, because he did send in a player prop. So stay tuned for that one. So let's continue on here on the drive-through. Now it is time for yours truly here with my pick, front and center. So let me go ahead and put this pick up for you as well. I'll get the game information first. We'll get to it here. Here we go. Oh, that's not it. Here we go right here. All right, here we go. T-Wolves here to host the Grizzlies. Grizzlies at lay a 1.5, total 220. I'm going to take the home team here with the Minnesota Timberwolves here at +1.5. We know with the Grizzlies, Adams really wasn't much of a factor in this fast-paced series. Kind of like a fish out of water, like he was with New Orleans. This kind of play style doesn't fit him. Although Williams questionable here for Minnesota. Oh, I'm sorry, Minnesota has a clean injury report, I should say. Okay, we know Memphis got the win here in game number 5. It's they continue to win that rebounding battle, but the Grizzlies win. They did not have a good shooting performance. It's 41%, 7 of 28 from 3. The T-Wolves, lose despite shooting 45%, hitting 14 of 33 from 3. It was those 22 turnovers that was their downfall. They clean up this game. They could get back in this series here. And when you kind of look at the numbers here, the T-Wolves are doing the better job in this series from 3, because the Grizzlies are hitting just 34%. And I will see some defense here. Minnesota did show a little bit of intensity on defense in their game at home in the past 2 games. So, Chris, I'm going to go with the home team here with Minnesota +1.5 to make this a 7-game series.
Yeah, Tony, I was having a bit of a game at first. I did have a play on the premium side on the other side in this game, but for the total, I like the under here. I think game 5 played out how I see game 6 playing out. A game that hangs out in the high 100s. I could see it being a very tight game, but I see this one hanging out more around the 220 mark, 225 at most, not getting close to 230. So I like the under in this one as free play.
All right, yeah, Chris, liking the under in this one. Looks like 229. It's been sitting like that for most. It opened 230, 229. It's been like that for much of the day, and last night when at opening time. So Chris looking under. I'm looking here with the T-Wolves +1.5 against the Grizzlies. This one will have a start time 9 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN. Guys, I have a 3-pack over at Pick Dawgz. Pretty my best bet here from the NBA. Obviously, it's going to be the total in this one, as well as 2 best bets from the Major League Baseball into a 3-pack. Guys, so make sure you get on board with that. I'm also part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion, so you can match up with Chris, with Jovan, with El Ninos, Alex Smart, Brian Bitler. Our Jovan, our 2-for-1 cap promotion is our best way over at Pick Dawgz Premium, so get on board with it right now. And let's continue on here with the show. Now, Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
On Twitter, it's 79 likes. We need 71 more to hit our goal. There's 116 people watching. I know someone said, well, how can we get to 150 if there's not 150 people watching? Sometimes people come in, leave the like, and then leave. So, guys, if there's 71 of you in here that haven't hit that like button, it doesn't cost you a cent, and we're going to get you some plays for tonight's action. So get those likes in, and we'll get you some money tonight.
Yeah, keep those likes coming in. All right, let's continue on here with the show here. Now it's time for the recap. Now we're going to bring in the plays that we promised you because we got plays from Tony Brown and from James Clark. So let's get to the recap. Jovan Burts will join us here. Okay, here's the pick here from Tony Brown. He says take the Wild minus 140 here against the Avalanche. El Ninos was on the Rockies minus 115 against the Reds. Jovan was on Braves Rangers over 8.5. We have Brian here on Coyotes plus 200 against Predators. Chris here was on the Orioles plus 105 against the Red Sox. James was on Desmond. Here he goes. James Clark with his player prop here. Desmond Bain over 21.5 points in this one between the Grizzlies and T-Wolves. Here's truly on T-Wolves plus 1.5 here against the Grizzlies. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, I think I was having trouble picking between a couple of these, but I think for value, I've got to go with Brian with the Coyotes at plus 200. So the Predators are just starting a backup goaltender tonight, and I think Arizona has a chance to steal it and make us some nice plus money to finish the year.
All right, let's go over to Jovan. Jovan, other than your pick, which one do you like the best? We got you on mute, Jovan. You're on mute.
Yeah, until further notice, you gotta fade the Reds. I like Hunter Green's stuff. He throws a nice hefty fastball. Got some giddy up on it, but until he's able to calm down on those home runs, you can't back him. So Rockies.
I'm going to tell there as well. I'm going to go here with the Rockies minus 115 against the Reds. All right, Chris, now where do we sit here with our like goal?
Tony, as much as I love the Princeton offense, I don't even know if that's going to be able to help us. Right? 90 likes right now. We need 60 more likes. We got 130 people watching, so it's going to take a bit of a Herculean effort here, but we could do it. So
Chris raised the bar very high on today's show here. Of course, we did have an opt out late there with Clark. He didn't help us out very much with that, but that's the way it rolls. That's the way it rolls sometimes. All right, so. All right, we'll look here at one of these NHL games with two teams heading to the playoffs. I just want to get your thoughts here on Chris, because this is an interesting one between Boston and Toronto.
You know what? I looked at this one tonight, and I'll kind of give out a 2 for here. If you're going to bet the Tampa Bay game, I would bet the Tampa Bay Lightning to win this one in regulation, because I think they'd want to be in control of their own fate. If Tampa Bay wins, they're playing Toronto first round. No problems. If Tampa Bay loses in regulation and Boston beats Toronto, Boston all of a sudden jumps into third, and they'll play Toronto in the first round. And any Toronto Maple Leafs fan will tell you, you do not want the Boston Bruins in the first round. I have PTSD from the last couple series we played against them in the first round. I would take both Boston and Tampa Bay to win in regulation tonight.
Okay, that's how he looks at it, Chris, there from the NHL. All right, I'll just get your quick thoughts here, Jovan. I don't really pay too much attention to the NFL draft because it's a one-off, and I'd rather put my time and effort into games that are every day. Because and my next time I can bet the draft is in a year, so I'm not gonna waste my time trying to look at a spectacle that's a one-off. But did you get what were your takes here from the draft? What we saw here?
Well, a lot of teams that didn't get what they needed to get. A lot of surprising choices. I only took a peripheral look at, what happens last night. That's what I usually do on night one of the NFL draft. I usually watch, night two, in day three. I don't know. It's quicker, and it's more rounds that you're getting. The first night they really space it out. They really stretch it out. So, and for my team, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. I thought they were supposed to get a wide receiver. They did what was become the Belichickian way, which is trade. Out basically damn near outside of the first round. They had the 29th pick. Ended up having the 29th pick and got a unknown guard, I believe, or something like that. So
East Tennessee State, yeah, just some guy that was slated 200 there, Chris. It was pretty interesting. What are your thoughts there from the draft, Chris?
You know what? We got Kenny Pickett to go to Pittsburgh yesterday in the in the bonus plays, but I honestly think, don't be surprised if Desmond Ridder goes ahead of Malik Willis tonight. I think actually Malik Willis might end up going to Detroit. I think Detroit's going to want to pick Jared Goff's or successor, and maybe put a little bit of heat on Goff to maybe perform a little bit better. So I could see either Desmond Ridder or potentially Malik Willis heading to Detroit. That's probably going to be my bold prediction for day 2.
Bold prediction there for day 2. The big question mark here, Jovan, is Baker Mayfield. Where does this guy land? Now that we're kind of seeing what this draft picture looks like, there's no confidence in these other than there's no confidence in these quarterbacks in the draft. So I guess the big talk now are these free agents and these guys that are on the move.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone wants him. I mean, if I would have thought that he would have already been going out of Cleveland, but he's not, and there's a reason for that. Call it injuries, call it certain organizations might not like his style. I don't know. I mean, he's marketable, but no one wants him, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just a waiting game, but I would have thought that by now, he would have been out of Cleveland. They don't need him. They have Deshaun Watson, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's a question mark there, no doubt. Chris, what are your thoughts on Baker Mayfield? Where does he land? Could he be a backup to Goff? Could it be 1A and 1B? The situation like that would be uncomfortable for both players. But where does he land?
I've seen multiple reports of places he would like to go. I think I saw at one point he wanted to go to Indianapolis, but then they acquired Matt Ryan. So I could maybe even see him going to a place like Atlanta. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think maybe Atlanta. I don't know if Marcus Mariota is your answer at QB. And I don't know. It's hard to say. He's going to go somewhere, and it's just a matter of figuring out where. As Captain Obvious as that may sound from me, it's hard because nobody expected players like show of hands how many players expected AJ Brown to be moved last night, right? So it's one of those things where it's a crapshoot. But I think he will be moved before week 1.
All right, here on the drive-through here, just winding down the show. Where do we sit, Chris, with the Lyco?
Tony, we're trying, but 106 likes. I'll tell you what, I don't want to leave everybody, empty-handed here. If we can get to 125, I'll at least give you guys the Nerfy play. I want to be able to help out a bit tonight. We're getting close to that goal, so we can get to 125 likes. I'll throw out the Nerfy play.
We'll throw out the Nerfy play. All right, let's we'll continue on here on the drive-through. We got the conference. We got 3. Yeah, we got 3 conference.
Let's try one more.
What is it?
I was gonna say let's try one more. See, I don't want to push the Princeton offense too hard here, but
all right. Let's see. Well, we got the conference semifinals series prices set here. We'll start with Jovan here. Celtics and Bucks game 1 Sunday here. Heat 76ers game 1 Monday. Suns Mavericks game 1 Monday. So we'll start here with Celtics Bucks. Celtics 210, Bucks 1 plus 175 here. Bucks are underdogs, Jovan, here in this series.
Yeah, I mean, why not? No Chris Middleton. They are the definitive champions, and if you know basketball like I know basketball, especially NBA basketball, it's damn hard to knock off the defending champs, and it's usually not done in the conference semifinals. So, it's look at it from that standpoint. But I'm a Celtics fan, so it's Celtics or nothing for me. I don't know about laying it for the series because it's the NBA. You could get some shenanigans out of the referees. You never know, man. But I think this one's going to 7, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, Jovan said. Remember, Jovan did the preseason win total on the Boston Celtics. He said, "What about making it to the finals?" He was, no, Remember that? I remember that show. It was pretty funny. All right, let's go over to Chris. Chris, Celtics Bucks here. Celtics 210, Bucks plus 175.
You know what? It's gonna be a great series. If you can bet on it to go 7, I think that would probably be the way for me to go in this one rather than try to pick a side. I lean towards Milwaukee just because of the value. You're getting plus 175 with the defending champions. I get it, no Chris Middleton, but it's still that whole thing of what you got to be the man. You've got to beat the man, and I think that there is value there, but it's hard to say. I mean, I'm just still laughing because I was thinking about it yesterday. How many of these guys don't want to play a game with Scott Foster as the ref? Because I saw him on the referee report for a couple of these games, and it's like I know Chris Paul doesn't want it, that's for sure, but. I just want a series where the officiating, doesn't decide it. I think that's my biggest takeaway.
We're going to light you fire with the next two because we teased them. So Heat Sixers here, Jovan. Heat 175 back on the Sixers plus 155.
I mean, say the odds one more time, real quick.
Heat minus 175, the Sixers plus 155.
Yeah, no, I would say the Heat, but I wouldn't. Tell the truth. I don't like laying those type of odds on anything. Anything like up to 150 is cool, but anything after that, I'm a step back from it. If there's a way that I could, call, let's say Heat in 5, Heat in 6, or whatever. But I wouldn't do that because I think this is gonna be another long series. To tell you the truth, I think Joel Embiid has a monster series, and this is at least going 6, if not 7 as well. So, at that point, if there's a way where you're dealing with a book and you could call when the series will end or whatever, then do that. But other than that, no, because I'm not laying anything past 150 on any sport. That's not how I play.
All right, go over to Christian. This one, Heat Sixers.
Heat in 4 or 5. Joel Embiid can suck it.
There you go. And we'll go here with Suns Mavs. I know, Jovan, you won't look at the Suns, but we'll do a chat. You look at the Mavericks here. Here are the odds: Suns minus 300, Mavs plus 240.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, they've been playing damn good ball. They just, they worked over the Utah Jazz, and I've never really been too high on the Utah Jazz, but they did what they had to do against them without Luka Doncic and with them later on in the series. And I think they do present a matchup problem for the Suns. Now, I think this one also goes either 6 or 7. No, maybe not 7, but at least 6. So I don't know. The way I see these series, I see each and every one of these series going at least 6. To tell you the truth, just Luka Doncic alone, he could single-handedly, will his team to at least a couple wins, and then with the emergence of Jalen Brunson, old veteran from Villanova, I think they got a shot to steal a couple games. If they still won in Phoenix, then look out, because the Phoenix Suns, I'm not gonna say they will be in any trouble, but it's an interesting series to say the least, because I think I think the Mavs present a few matchup problems for the Phoenix Suns in this one.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one there. I'll see how good Booker responds here. All right, Chris, your thoughts here, Mavs and Suns. We know the Suns a big favorite, $3. Take back on the Mavs here, plus 240. You're on mute, Chris. You're not here. Yep. You're on mute. We lost your sound there, Chris. Oh, he's stuck in staring. I don't know. We seem to have lost his sound. We'll see if we can get his sound back. Yeah, we're not picking up sound here from you, Chris. Let's just sign in, sign out if you can. I think that's his way of trying to get to our like goal. We can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're on mute. Uh-oh. I don't know what he's going to have to sign back in again. So we'll get him in just a minute here. Of course, yeah, that Suns and Mavericks. There's Doncic. We see the Mavs here plus 240 here. And the Suns here minus $3. That game Monday tips off 10 Eastern time on Monday. Heat will be the first game on Monday. Of course, Celtics and Bucks bounce right back here at 1 Eastern time. The Celtics and Bucks. Celtics, like as you said, 210 favorites. A lot of us are back, Chris.
Did it work?
It worked. Yep, it worked.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what happened. My computer is archaic. I just think there's value with the Mavericks. You know, I get why the Suns are minus 300 favorites, but to Luka Doncic, I think, is playing with a chip on his shoulder, and right now, like Jovan said, he could single-handedly put the Mavs on his back and steal the series. So, from a value perspective, I'd probably go with the Mavs, but again, I'm probably just going to take that one on a game-by-game basis.
All right, there you go here from our looks here at the semifinals here. We got 3 set here. They all begin on Sunday. All right, Chris, where did we get? Where at light go here?
Yeah, we just got to 125. So we thank you guys for helping us reach our goal. It wasn't easy, but we got there.
We got there, right, Chris? Let's get them the Nerf.
All right, the Nerf we play tonight. It's a little bit juicy. It's around minus 140, but I like this Cleveland Guardians and Oakland A's game to go no runs in the first inning. You just look at Guard hot start to the year, but now they're really cooling off. You know, the top 3 in their batting order have 2 batters that are hitting less than 200 in the last week. Miles Straw hitting just 160 in the last 7 days. Franmil Reyes hitting just 136. Ahmed Rosario second in the batting order at 185 on the year. But the thing is, Aaron Savali not bad either. You know, he's 2-1 to the Nerfy in 2022. But again, you're getting an Oakland team that's also starting to come back down to earth. Tony Kemp, Seth Brown, Elvis Andrus, all hitting below 200. These are just 2 bad hitting clubs. I like no first inning between Cleveland Guardians and the Oakland A's.
All right, there you got the Nerfy play here from Chris. I'd like to thank the chat audience here for their contributions, as well as all our viewers here for those likes, those thumbs up, and of course Chris with the pick. That'll do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in again Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll have our cappers booked here on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget to tune in the weekend shows here Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's Mitch and Joe Mann and many of the cappers from the Drive-Thru guesting on the show, giving out live free picks here for the weekend action in a roundtable type format. So be sure to tune in. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. We have good night, everyone. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you.